Greetings to everyone present here. We have a very special guest today with us. We have Mr. Kishore Ramesh, a 2016 batch alumnus from Ramakrishna Mission, Vivekananda College, Department of Corporate Secretariat. He is a very rhythmic and energetic Mridangam player. Welcome you, sir. So, when I heard about you, sir, the first thought which came in my mind was how did you start your musical journey? What came in your mind that you took up Mridangam?
Right. So I think it was the age of 7. So I don't exactly remember what happened, but it was my parents who told me this. I was around 7. My father is a Mridangam artist himself. His name is R. Ramesh. He's a student of Guru Karikodi Mani sir. So he used to play recordings and concerts all the time at home, and I used to listen to them. I just got fascinated by the sound of the instrument, and as usual, yeah, you interview any Mridangist, they say, I used to play in boxes, the பாத்திரத்துல தான் அடிப்பேன்.
Okay.
That's their first story. Similar is mine. So I used to do that. And my father had students coming over. So I used to play along with them, practice along with them. And I was just very involved into the instrument, and I used to practice regularly.
Okay.
I just got the interest. And by the age of 13, I guess around 2012, I started playing concerts.
Okay.
So till now it's been going. Yeah.
Okay. So as you told about practice, so how long do you practice or do you do it on a daily basis? So how long was it?
Yeah, it was on a daily basis, definitely. But I generally don't fix my practice schedules because there's just no reason for it. But I don't typically sit for 4 hours a day at a stretch and practice something. I do random practice sessions. I just practice for half an hour and then do something else, come back, practice again for 1 hour, do something else. Sometimes I'll be watching movies and practicing simultaneously, so I keep it casually. But initial stages were pretty taxing, I would say.
Okay. So like how do you practice? Like do you focus on techniques or you focus on rhythm?
Many aspects. So there is just not one thing pertaining to Carnatic music, especially Mridangam. When you play the Mridangam, it's not just the percussion. It's about how you accompany a vocalist or an instrumentalist or a violinist. So sometimes I practice only the Mridangam stuff. Sometimes I practice along with a recording. Say some vocalist will be singing, I'll just play the recording. I just accompany the songs. Sometimes I'll do exercises, something that's just work on my muscles. So it all depends.
So can you just tell me about your first concert or first stage performance, maybe in school or during your school days?
Sure. During my school days, I actually studied in Reserve Bank Staff Quarters School in Besant Nagar. I exactly don't remember playing there. I used to play for small programs, probably 5 minute, 10 minute segments like that. And I used to play for All India Radio recordings and
Okay.
Doordarshan recordings as well.
Okay.
Those were just short concerts, mini segments like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Those were just Mridangam solos. And my first concert was when I was 13, 2012, March. So there was this person who came to my home every weekend, and he's a vocalist and a Mridangist. So he used to sing, I used to play along with him, and he used to give me training as to what to play, where, what not to play. And he gave me very good training in that for a year. And then I played my first concert with him.
Okay.
And incidentally, along with me on the violin for that concert was Sai Rakshit.
Oh.
And he's our college alumnus again.
Okay.
2000, my own batch, but from BCom General. So, yeah, that was my first concert, and it was. I really had no idea how to play certain things, but I really learned a lot from that concert.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a great experience.
Okay, do you tell me something about your first solo concert where you were just with a Mridangam on the distance? Any experience you had
There is no such concert per se, but yeah, again, I played for All India Radio many times, multiple times there. Before I got a grade in All India Radio, I'm currently having an A grade in All India Radio. But before getting that grade, I used to perform for these youth programs, youth segments, as I said before. Yeah, 10-minute, 15-minute segments. So those were my initial stages where I performed solo concerts.
So you're a full-time Mridangam player. You just do Mridangam for now. So how do you arrive at this that I'll be doing this for full time? Because right now in our society there is musicians and artists are not giving that level of respect. But how did you come to a point that no, this is something which I'm going to do? What was the point that you arrived?
This was always in my mind actually. I always wanted to do this full time, but due to parents' pressure and societal pressure, which is absolutely okay because in this time it is slightly difficult to become a full time artist. ரொம்ப தைரியமாக இறங்குறது கொஞ்சம் முதல்ல இறங்குறது கொஞ்சம் பயமாக தான் இருக்கும் பட் ஒன்ஸ் வி ஆர் இன் டு இட் வி ஹவ் டு கிவ் அவர் fullest. So it was after college I actually did ICWA. I didn't finish it. I'm still keeping it on hold. I finished till inter group 1 and then I somehow discontinued. I didn't know why or how. Then I worked. Then COVID came. 19 I finished college and then COVID came obviously. There were no concerts, so there was absolutely no income at that time. So I felt the pressure in myself to go to work somewhere. So I went to a company called Kalakendra. It's again related to music, Carnatic music, drama, dance, and etc. I was a digital marketing executive there. My friends were also there with me actually. So we just had a good time there. We worked a lot, and then for 2 years I worked. Then I got married, and both side parents were like, "Okay, why do you need to work? Please take music full time." They convinced me to do this. I was not convinced myself. So I was really happy. I'm really happy to have people like my parents and my wife's parents. So yeah. So, like you talked about your work, right? So, how did playing Mridangam and your work help? Like, it was something sports-related, but can that work be done by a non-Mridangam player or a non-artist? Yeah, very good question. Yeah, to be honest, it is very difficult for a non-musician to do such work because my work included editing videos, editing concerts, and many things like that. Taking out the good content which is needed for promotion. So, an artist like myself would probably understand better to how to do that. Yeah. So, for the upcoming generation, and if someone wants to take this as full time and wants to work as well somewhere, so what are all the other areas which someone can explore? Being an artistic person, as well as if he wants a regular income. So, what are the other areas? Probably classes would work. So if someone is a professional not professional, but very proficient musician, he or she can go ahead and take classes for livelihood. Probably after some time, when they are confident and they want to take up music full time, they can start performing, and they can. Yeah, that's how you do it. You can take classes. You can go on. After you take full time, you can even go on tours, international tours. So, during the online era, COVID-19, because we talked about COVID-19, I would like some insights about how did you manage? Like, did you have any online classes? Did you conduct any online classes, or did you have any online concerts? And how did you manage those things? How did you adapt to the new online culture? During COVID, it was really tough for musicians, but I took it as a positive thing and I practiced a lot during that time, to be very frank. I've never practiced like that in my entire life, I would say, because I had so much time. I practiced a lot, and after it was around September, and few concerts started coming in. COVID went down a little bit, and few online concerts came up. And the difficult part in that was the setting up at home. So typically, when you have a concert outside, you go to the concert venue. It's all set. Mic is set. The background is set. The stage is set. You just go and perform and come. But here you have to do all the work by yourself. So you have to set up the background, the lighting, the camera. There are recordings and as well as live. So live is okay, but recordings now, just because it's a recording, you tend to, even if you make mistakes, you cut and re-record and do stuff like that. So there were many limitations to it. I personally like live concerts more, but in those times, for livelihood and as well as being connected to music, that in that area, it was very useful for us.
How do you connect with your audience in an online setup? Because that was something very new, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. So we had live chat for all these videos on Facebook and YouTube. So they would just put comments and appreciations on those platforms. Uh, it was there was something missing, which was the audience, the vibration with the audience, the connect with the audience that was missing, obviously. But yeah, to be very honest, the online views were actually amazing. Because like 13,000 views in 1 hour, like that, it's a great deal. So it was very encouraging.
So the online concerts and the shift to offline concerts would, would have increased the number of people coming to watch you in live concerts, right? So the after sales of all these concerts would have increased. So how did you manage the crowd, coming back, because they would have come up with expectations?
I think, in my perspective, I think the number of people who are coming for live concerts have decreased in number. That's my opinion, but I don't know if that's happening, if that's the case everywhere. Because people have started to watch concerts online, and it's at the disposal of their phones in their homes. Wherever they go, they can just watch it. They don't even have to come attend the concert live. So it is a boon for people living abroad, but it is a bane for artists like us when people don't exactly turn up for concerts.
So in the era of YouTube, Spotify, JioSaavn, and all these music apps, what is your take on the live concerts? The difference between live concerts and all these music apps. So how? What is your part? Like, what is different in all these things?
So again, as I said, my take or my opinion on this is, make it ticketed. If you have online concerts, make it ticketed. Even if you have live concerts, make it ticketed for a really reasonable amount, so that people start paying for concerts when they attend your concerts or watch it live. That way the artist also can earn better. Because as you said, Spotify, JioSaavn and all, to have an app, you need to purchase the membership and all, right? So or else you can't stream for more than 30 minutes on Spotify. So that, I think that's a better way to do it. And every concert is being live streamed today. I think that is not necessary. Yeah.
So the feel is there in the live concert,
Absolutely. See, sometimes when you perform something live, you think you just presented something beautiful at that moment. When you go back and listen to the live version or recorded version of it, you're like, oh, ew, what did I sing right now, like that. So I think that part should be reserved only for
the premium people.
not premium, reserved only for the live concert,
concerts
and not recordings. When you have a recording, I mean, when some organization outside of India or outside Chennai is asking for a concert, probably you can record and send. In that case, it's fine. But yeah, I think live streams could be reduced,
So
at least at this time, because live concerts have started happening right after COVID.
so you do recordings also, right? Okay. So, like, what personally you feel the difference between, while playing for a recording, a piece you're playing for recording, a piece you're playing like the same piece? Recording has Yeah, video recordings, audio recordings. So, what is the difference? Like, what comes in there and what comes in a live concert?
To be honest, I don't think there's any difference between the both to me, because I give this put the same effort in both the concerts. Again, as I said, the only thing that's missing is the connect between the audience, and nothing else. And it's even better in recordings when the audio is mixed and you have the monitors, perfect monitors between you, I mean, among the artists. So it's very I would say very beneficial also when you have recordings.
Okay. So the use of AI is also done. So what's your take on that? Like how the upcoming artists are using auto tunes and other things. So what's your take on that?
I don't know if artists are using autotunes in concerts.
Yeah,
It is being used in film music and
yeah, definitely.
audio songs like that. But I think every artist should work on themselves first before they rely on AI.
Okay.
So AI is also a bane and as well as a boon. I hear stuff coming up like when AI is coming and you just give commands and it does things for you. That's all great, but when you have the art within you, I think it's better to master that first and then probably rely on AI for
The
such
auto tunes and other
I'm
things.
not a fan of that. Sorry.
Oh, that's great. So, any message you would give to the young upcoming musicians? How should they, pursue their musical journey? How should they start from the scratch?
Yeah, the best thing when you start from scratch is to um, go to a guru and get some training from them, and it's obviously better than learning from YouTube and online sources. Because you have the personal connect with the guru, so the guru will be really experienced in every aspect, and you'll also have experiences like going along with concerts with them, and it'll be really helpful for musicians when they start from scratch. And the best thing to have is patience, I would say, and perseverance. So if you have both these things, it'll be really helpful. Yeah.
So we have one of your classmates here with us in our studio today. So I would request Mr. Abhishek Ravishankar to come up in the studio. And this was a complete surprise for us, wherein we have another alumni, wherein we will be interviewing both of them in the very next edition of our magazine. So let us see what are their views on the music, and we would have another video wherein we would be talking about music. So stay tuned for the next video. Thank you.